to buff and shape them when they're wet, okay? Yeah, I got 2 lives going, but you need to be in the Zoom. You need to be in the Zoom. Can you put a clear coat of gel over regular nail polish if it's 100% dry? Yes, if it's 100% dry, but I don't recommend it.
It says smack him with the nail file.
I am. I'm about to.
What brand of vitamin could I use?
I like the
Good hair,
Walmart
skin,
brand.
nail vitamin.
We use the Walmart brands, Nature's something. It's in a pink container. I get them from Sam's. So I'm using my buffer to buff the free edges of his nails so that they're not rough. You want to do this before you go in the water, okay? I'm buffing the free edges and the top of the nail to prepare the nail plate for the polish, okay? So for everybody that was in the Zoom earlier, you can change to here if you want to. Unless they want to see that. For everyone that was in the Zoom earlier, oh no, this needs to go up. Boop. We talked about what the difference between the cuticle and the PNF.
You need to go up.
Because my hand's in the way, so just change it back to the other view. I think I like the other view anyway for this purpose. We talked about what the cuticle is and what the PNF is, okay? And this is a good opportunity to show that again, okay, on this dry finger. I'm gonna show you guys on this dry finger.
Yeah, we back.
This one has a really good, can you, you know, I should probably be controlling that part right there. I just wish I could.
What?
That part, the iPad. I need you to zoom in on so they can see the cuticle.
Zoom in.
Oh, I can do it from here.
Yeah.
I forget. Ooh!
Yeah, you can zoom
Can
in.
I focus though? It's not focusing.
Let it.
Oh, good. Let it. It's too close. Oh, that's still too close. Okay. Okay. So on this finger, you can see. Oh, you see that cuticle? Y'all see it flapping and waving at me? Okay. That is cuticle. Let me show you. So when you push back the nail, push back the cuticle off the nail plate, everything that's dry and crusty, okay, it should release naturally. And I'm doing this on a dry nail to show you guys what the difference is between the PNF, which is the living tissue, okay?
Tell Kelly stop laughing at me.
Kelly laughing at you. Kelly laughing at you. She see what's going on. Y'all see this? This is dry, crusty cuticle. Okay, now look. This is very important. Quit laughing. Let me see if I can zoom.
You can bring my finger up too.
Okay. It's gonna get blurry. Okay. So see this right here? This is cuticle. See how it flakes off? But also I want you to see this. When I lift this back or push this back, y'all see? Look at that. Now this is a perfect example of what cuticle actually is. Okay? That is cuticle. Notice that it is not attached to this skin back here. It is laying on the nail plate all by itself. See how I lifted that back and look how see it staying there?
Wow, peekaboo.
Y'all see it? See, this is the part that I'm always arguing with people about. I'm gonna stop doing it. This is living tissue back here. This should not be cut. None of that should be cut. This, however, that is cuticle. That is what true cuticle is. So if,
argue with your mama.
argue with your mama, right? If I push this back, look what happens. It's gonna come off. And if it doesn't, that's what soaking is for. That is what the soaking is for, okay? So if you just scrape this, it will come off. But look, it's not attached to this skin back here. You see that? Look at that. Peekaboo. That is cuticle. That is what is okay to cut if it's flapping or if it's just hanging. But this back here, all of that is living tissue. It should never be cut. That should never be cut. I hope you guys can see what is going on here. Yes, what they have been cutting your living proximal nail fold. Cuticle is dead. So anytime you guys refer to the cuticle, you're referring, will you loosen that finger up? Loosen it up. Relax, honey.
I'm trying to
honey,
hold it firm
relax,
for the
honey.
video.
You don't do that, honey. Let me do that. Okay? You pointing up in the air like this, okay? This, all of this should easily soak off and be removed with the warm soapy water down here. Okay? I hope this makes sense, and I can't wait to repost this. I'm going to chop this video up and show you guys. This is all dry. If it's dry and flaky, it's cute. Look, it's coming off, and I can gently scrape it off. And you can do this with an e-file as well, okay, with a dry manicure, which is what we do when we are doing a full set, okay? Does everybody see that? Gonna make Mary's hand fatigue her fighting you, Mr. Go. I know that's right.
How many people in the Zoom?
We got 82 people. So when you push back the cuticle, you're not really pushing back, you're pushing off the cuticle. You're pushing back the PNF to expose the nail plate so that you can remove the cuticle. Everybody understand? This was a perfect nail to show this, to demonstrate this. Perfect. Okay? So now, this one here. Okay? Let's talk about it. Is that cuticle or is that living tissue? Anybody want to say? Is this dry white stuff here, is that cuticle or is that living tissue? Let me see if I can let them. That is living. Thank you. Thank you. Living tissue. That is living. Now, when you scrape this white stuff, what is that? Very good. Dehydrated living tissue or keratinized proximal nail fold. That is what that is, okay? This white stuff here, all this that freely comes off, all of that freely falls off, this right here, what is that? All that skin back there that looks dry and crunchy. What is that? Is that dead or is it alive? If this is how you can identify what cuticle is and what cuticle is not. If you cut it and it could possibly bleed, that means it's living. If you push it back and it does not freely fall off the nail plate, then that means it is living. Thank you guys. Y'all are listening. I'm so glad. Okay, so this is keratinized proximal nail tissue, living tissue, and all of this that I'm pushing off the nail plate, that is dry, dead cuticle. Okay?
Sign up, link in the bio.
Sign up, y'all. Link is in the bio. Okay? So, what would we do here to make this softer? What would be the treatment for it? Because we don't want to cut it off. If you cut it off, all you're doing is creating a hard scar, scab. Very good. We're going to treat that with cuticle oil. And my treatment for that is to tell my clients, listen, you got this problem. We're not going to cut it. We're not going to cut it. What we're going to do is I'm going to send you home with a prescription to use cuticle oil on your nails every day, at night before you go to bed, all that stuff. Okay? So that's what that is. I'm so glad that y'all are like, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted for you guys to be able to see. Okay? I need you guys to be able to see this stuff, because when you talk about it is one thing, but when you can actually show it is another. Okay? So this hand, I'm going to take this one. It's done. And what I'm going to do, the next step for me, just stay right there. Stay right there. Leave this one in here. Leave it in here. I ain't taking it out yet. I'm going to put my cuticle softener. Okay, we're taking our cuticle softener here, cuticle softener, and I'm just going to apply this now to the client's nail. on the actual cuticle area, okay? Do not touch the client's cuticles. You don't want to contaminate your container, okay? That's gross. All this dry skin. All right. Put that to the side. Now, that's why I have this extra towel here. Now I'm going to take this hand out and put the other hand in. Go ahead, take it out. Put this one in and put that one in. Okay? All the way, please. Thank you. So now, let me zoom out so you guys can see what's going on. Ooh. There we go. Okay? Now I'm going to take off. I'm going to remove all of this cuticle remover off of his nails. Okay? Back up some. There you go. So they can see. Someone asked me a question. Where can you instruct them to get it if you don't have? Okay, so what I tell them, they can use whatever they have at home. You have olive oil is my favorite. Okay, we have olive oil that we put on our hair. Okay, especially women of color. You see a lot of the treatments that they have for dry hair or dry scalp is. I mean, there's a whole brand out here for an olive oil brand. Coconut oil is amazing, okay? And then cuticle oil, you can generally buy it just like you said in here anywhere, okay? All right, so now look at his nail plate. Just soaking it, now I can really get whatever's dry off of that nail plate, okay? And what I like to do is have me a little tissue here, a little something to wipe it off. And you can use alcohol on that, and that way when you're cleaning the nail plate off, you can really see anything that's dry, okay? Go ahead and push that back. Push all that cuticle back. Look how nice the nails look just from soaking, okay? We do not need to cut this. Do not cut it. If you cut, and I know someone will say, oh, I would cut that. Please don't. Please don't. That's how you expose your client to infections and they come back with a paronychia. Now look, see that white there? You see that white there? That is cuticle. But now it's so much easier to scrape off. I can literally wipe it off. I mean, let's be for real. I can literally wipe this off. Okay? Same thing here. Now we're going to push back. Push back. And anything that is attached, we need to leave it. It is living tissue. Weekly manicures will solve that problem of having dry cuticles, okay? Yes, ORS. It's that olive oil brand, which is so good for the hair and skin. Olive oil actually absorbs into the skin. You can't. It's one of those oils that are naturally will absorb. Whereas, like if you took vegetable oil or Crisco, that wouldn't absorb, right? So, pushing back, and then I'm taking my sharp end right here, and it's you know, it's sharp, but it's not so sharp.
So you gotta get a tool like that.
Cleaning out from underneath the nail. You can use an orange wood stick. Y'all like my tool? I got some. Need to I can put them up on my website. I usually give them to my students, but I have plenty left. All right,
everybody in the
all right, go to the link in my bio so that you can watch us. It's free. Okay, I'm pushing very gently. Do not scrape the nail plate off. Okay, you want to gently push back. Leave this, all this, look at this. Okay, here's a perfect example of what cuticle is now that I've pushed it back. Y'all see this? See that little piece of white right there? That is cuticle. It's underneath. If you push back hard enough, you can see it coming off. Everybody wants to cut this. That's not what we do. Okay, we're just going to remove that cuticle off the nail plates. And like I said, somebody gonna tell me, well, I do it all the time. That's great until your client comes back with a paronychia. Because see, if it happened to me and I knew that the person should have known better because they're licensed, I might have to send them a doctor's note, a doctor's bill. My son had pus coming out all around his cuticle after that lady cut his cuticle. And if we would have had to take him to the doctor, I definitely would have been sending a bill to her. Okay? And that's why you need to have insurance. All right? But if you got insurance and you're over here cutting cuticles or PNFs, and you're causing people to have infections, that tells me that your nippers aren't clean, that you're not sanitizing your implements. I mean, she pulled it right out of her pocket. Okay?
How many people out there?
We got 90 people in here.
How many people on the Zoom right on the tablet?
65 are in the Mary Negron nails. We got 65 people in it. Y'all that are in the Zoom, that are on our, y'all see me scraping that cuticle off? Look at that. Look at that. You need to have liability insurance. Liability insurance. If you are working right now and you are a private nail salon or you're working in a nail salon, I would have liability insurance.
If you're working at home, you need insurance.
If you're working at home, you're already messed up. You're working illegally in some states. In the state of Georgia, you can't work from home unless your home is a licensed nail salon. And if depending on where you live, that's almost impossible. It's got to be in a commercial area. There's so many laws around it. Trust me, been there, done that. Got kicked out of my house. Y'all see that? Look how clean that nail plate is. Okay? And I'm just scraping away. He hasn't had one in a while. Okay? Scraping that cuticle. All that dry skin. You ain't seen me pull out a knife, a scissor, or nothing. Okay? Just go to the link in my bio. You guys can join us. Okay? Go to the link in the bio. It's absolutely free today. We are testing our new video software. Okay?
What percent you on?
I am on 13%. I'm good. It's maintaining.
I'm on 20.
That's because you sucking all my juice. You sucking all my juice. Okay? Look how pretty those nail plates look. We haven't cut anything. Okay? I see a lot of tips on TikTok cutting what they call cuticles, saying that the nail extensions stick better or will lift if you don't do that. That's misinformation. That's misinformation, and they got taught wrong. Okay? Period. I had a whole nail tech who claimed to be an educator, cursed me out, called me a old bitch. I want to show y'all the message she wrote. Cursed me out, blocked me, told me I ain't know what but okay, teacher lady. I'm like, but I thought you was a teacher lady. And I just thanked her for the content because I plan to share her content since she said she wanted to go viral, and she's an instructor, so I'm gonna but she's definitely not. She's a self-taught nail tech, which there's nothing against self-taught nail techs as long as you're in here getting taught the right way. Okay, I'm going down to 12%. I've gone down to 12%. We'll be done by the time 12% is up. But I think you're it's like like being pregnant. You're just sucking out all my energy. That's what babies do. Okay. So look how nice. Look how nice and clean. Okay. So now this hand is done with the water. I don't need the water anymore. So I'm gonna take this hand out. The other hand, move your hand, baby.
Meditate for 27 years. Always learn, call, continue education. You can never know enough.
That's right. You're absolutely right. Okay? Absolutely right. So now I'm cleaning off his hands. Thank you for changing that view. I'm so glad y'all are all here. So glad y'all are all here and you can see what's going on. Isn't this better? This is so much better. Oh, Jenny, Madison, you know what, Madison, we got to meet, girl. She said Mr. Goat's nails was looking like who did it and why. Well, I didn't do it, that's for sure.
What's she on?
She's on everything. She's on everything. All right, so we're gonna push. Okay. All of that, leave it alone. Leave that alone. See this right here? That's all cuticle. It's all cuticle. And this can absolutely be done with an e-file. And if you want to learn how to do it with an e-file, you need to take my e-file certification class. It is in the link in the bio as well. I'm giving away a free e-file for everyone that takes the class, and our e-file is $149. So basically, you're paying for $100 for the class. Okay, you get the e-file with the class. There's really not much to get off this nail because I wiped it. Most of the cuticle with that softener gets wiped away, literally just wiped away. You got to focus, man. Focus. When I wiped the cuticle softener off, most of his cuticle went away. Okay, most of that cuticle went away. You know, there's a lot of things that I used to do as a nail technician before I became an educator that now as an educator I have a lot more at stake, and I have to teach you guys the right way. I can't teach you, you know, the wrong way. All right, so this is what cuticle nippers are meant for. All right, not for necessarily nipping cuticle, because you can nip off whatever is like hanging on the skin.
So what are you wiping with? Alcohol?
I'm just using white alcohol. Sorry, y'all. But you see this cuticle here? Let me zoom in. Let me zoom in. See this hangnail here? Go ahead and get that. Just nip it off. Okay? See how easy that is? Nip that off. Don't go nipping the skin. None of that is necessary. Leave that alone. That's why you're cutting. You're cutting skin. You can use an e-file bit, and again, that is another advanced technique. One of these bits right here. Teach that in my e-file training course. This round ball bit right here to exfoliate the skin, but you do not cut. Do not cut. Okay. If your nail tech is cutting the skin around your nails, they're the reason why you got hard bricks worth of skin around your nails. Okay, they are the problem. All right, so just trim that, trim any of that that's hanging skin. Okay, push, push, push. Anybody got a question? It said Mr. Eric Hurd, LOL. What are you wiping with?
I took the camera off. I turned the camera on.
Oh, you turned the camera on.
They can see.
Yeah.
I'm on the iMac.
Okay. I need you to back up a little bit. There you go. Okay. Y'all see how clean those nail plates are? How clean. Okay. How many phones you got going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 devices. 7 actually, including the iMac.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7. And he wants more.
Yeah.
He says we need a new iMac. My iMac is from 1992. It still works though. That thing look good over there. I got the biggest one they had. Okay, y'all see how clean them nail plates are? That's what you want. Okay. How do you not mess up your nails with? Well, I use gel, so I don't have to worry about. I feel like I didn't. I use gel, so I don't worry about my nails getting ruined in acetone. If you guys have any questions, I will allow you guys to ask. I'm going to let you raise your hands, okay? We have 95 people in here. If you want to raise your hand, because you can control it from there, can't you? And then we'll let you talk. Yvette raised her hand.
Let's see if I can do it.
Let's see if you can do it.
I got it.
Got it? Unmute Yvette. Here, I'm gonna. Oh, you do it from the chat right here. So, ask to unmute. Okay, so you can unmute yourself, Yvette.
Hello.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I just wanted to ask.
Yes.
Thank you, first of all, for the classes.
Oh, you're welcome.
I feel so confident now. Oh my God, I am.
Oh.
I've been doing this since '96, and I'm still learning.
Yes, we all are always still learning, and that's an excellent trait.
I am so happy and grateful for you guys. My question is this manicure different than a woman's manicure?
Not at all. The only difference for this manicure is that a woman may want polish. I'm gonna put clear coat, base coat, but you know he doesn't like any of my polish colors. He said they're just not his colors, so we're gonna stick with clear coat today.
They can polish.
Okay, so I've learned so much. Another thing is that I usually use the bit.
Mm-hmm.
Is the bit a way to go just to be moved?
The bit will all that's going to do is when you take the bit and you have it going, you can go around the hard skin on the tip of the finger and around the skin around the KPNF. But the problem is a lot of nail techs take this bit and they're putting it on the nail plate, and what happens is you dig a ditch. This is a round ball. So what you're doing is you're digging a ditch.
But I don't use the round ball. I use like the manicure bit.
Oh yeah. That's so. When I'm doing a manicure, I generally use this one. Okay, and this one. You just call right now. Sorry, y'all. This one is excellent for getting all of this skin off of the nail plate. Absolutely. You can get all the way around there. But you know, this is a basic manicure class, so I didn't want to introduce an e-file and all of that because I do have the e-file class coming up. So though, you know, which we'll talk about that.
Thank you so much.
No problem. But yes, you can absolutely, because you guys remember that an e-file bit is exactly, you can do the same damage with a file that you can with a bit. Let's be for real.
Right.
You can. You absolutely can.
Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for your comment. Anybody else want to raise their hand, have any questions before we move on to the next section? Okay, Ivette, I'm going to mute you back, okay?
Okay.
All right. Anybody else want to ask a question before we move forward? So,
Hello.
go ahead. Hey.
Hi, beautiful.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Learning so much.
Thank you.
So I'm wondering if when you're cutting the cuticle with the round bit, does it have to be a specific size or will any size work?
Well, I'm not a fan of using it on the cuticle at all. I like to use it around the sidewalls of the skin here where it tends to get hard. I feel like the cuticles should be moisturized and not cut. Okay.
Right.
And it's really hard. It's really hard to take that ball bit and just isolate it to that PNF, that hard skin around the cuticle without actually touching the nail plate. And when that happens, like I said, it's round. It's a round ball. So you end up digging this like very minute like divot into the nail. So you want to be, it can be used, but you have to be very, very careful and very, very skilled at applying that that ball to the skin around the PNF. So I prefer to only use it around the sidewalls here and on the tip of the nail. It's really good. We use it as ANTs. We use it on the feet a lot for callus areas. You know,
and so does it have to be a specific size, or can it
I
be
would recommend if you're going to use it on the hand to be one of the smallest sizes you can buy. And I do have some I have 3 different ball bits on my website that you can get, and they're diamond bits. You want them to be diamond bits.
I was going to say, is it ceramic or
no?
Is it
use diamond. Use diamond. Don't use anything metal, meaning carbide, and definitely not ceramic. Yeah, if you're using anything on the skin, it should be a diamond bit.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're
Awesome.
welcome.
You're doing great.
Thank
That's
you.
awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next step of this manicure. So when you're doing a manicure, it's not just, and like I said, this is a basic manicure. When you're doing a manicure, when everything's wet, it looks good, and then when it starts to dry, then the dryness comes back. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I like to take, at this point is when I like to use my cuticle oil.
Which one
okay?
is a diamond bit?
A diamond bit. Okay, so the difference between a diamond bit is, this is a diamond bit, right? A diamond bit is going to look soft and look like, have little it's actually made, it's actually made out of little pieces of diamond fleck, right? Diamond bit. This is a carbide bit. This one is a metal bit, and you can see it looks like it's going to be chopping away at something. Okay, so diamond bits smooth the surface, carbide bits cut the surface. So you would never want to use a metal carbide bit on someone's nail plate. You will destroy the nail plate. Okay.
As a consumer, this is great info to know.
I'm
To have
so
if
glad.
we have the right nail tech.
Right. And you know, not, and a lot of it is, you know, a lot of these girls are, you're welcome. A lot of these girls are licensed, or guys, girls and guys, they're licensed, but unfortunately the school they went to did not teach them everything they needed to know. And that's sad to me, because I try to instill all of this into my students before they leave and go take their state board and get their license. My students are so educated, it's almost like annoying. So but yeah, that's a problem. So I'm going to take my cuticle oil. Never apply cuticle oil straight from the bottle and with a brush. That's kind of gross if you think about it. All right. Cuticle oil does not mix with water or anything else. So if you are brushing it across the skin, because I'm at 10%, just so you know.
Okay.
If you're
I'm at
brushing it
24.
across the skin, you're going to end up putting whatever germs is on that person's hand right into your bottle. And then the bottle is going to have, you know, a little nice little layer of germs growing at the top. So we want to do things the clean way. So I'm going to take a little bit of cuticle oil and just apply it to my client's nails. Okay, first. Okay. And this is something that I recommend you have them do at home. They need to be applying cuticle oil. And if it's their own bottle of cuticle oil, that's different. But I like to apply cuticle oil the clean way. Other hand, baby. Okay. We're going to apply this cuticle oil directly to our client's nail bed before we polish, okay? Because I'm going to do a massage and lotion on his hands, okay? Okay, so that's the cuticle oil. Now I'm going to take some lotion. Let me remove my rings here, because it kind of hurts when you're massaging with rings on. I'm going to take some of my lotion here, and this isn't the best lotion, but this is the school lotion. I'm going to warm it up in my hands. Can you zoom out for me? There we go. I'm going to warm it up in my hands. And I'm going to do my massage. Now, massage is very, very important, especially for that tip, honey. You want that tip, honey. You do the tip. You want to do a good massage so that you get a good tip, okay? I like to do this kneading motion here, which is known as petrissage, okay? This is known as petrissage.
Nah, tip was annoying me. You want to do your best work regardless.
Yes, always do your best work, either way. Ooh, hot towels. That's nice, Ivette. That's going to be for a spa manicure, okay? But you don't want your client walking out with their nails all smooth. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. Is even when I'm doing acrylics, when I'm doing a set of acrylics or gels, you want to make sure that you have the client leaving out with a nice, their hands looking nice. As nail technicians, our job is to address the hands and not the hands and the nails. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil in there to give me a little more slip, okay? Now, generally you want to do more up to the elbow, okay? So this motion is called petrissage, okay? Whenever you're doing a kneading circular motion. The other type of massage or name of massage is going to be effleurage, and that's when you're pulling straight down or you're going into a straight up and down motion, okay? For those that are on the TikTok, you could be joining us live on Zoom for free right now, okay? He better get emo black so y'all can be twins. Oh, it's emo black. All right. I like to do this right here. Take them and hold their hands. Sometimes you'll hear their knuckles pop or their wrist pop, okay? Give them a nice, good massage. I had one guy massage my shoulder. Ooh! He was pulling everything out for a tip. Of course, I tipped him well. You look. You
Tell
not.
them that they can see. So they can see the screen. They can see.
Huh?
They can see. They can see what we're doing on live.
I don't know what you're saying.
My camera is showing them what we doing.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, he's got y'all see he got several cameras up there, okay? So, giving that good massage is so important, okay? Sometimes I'll take my fist and ball up into the hand here. But you want to pull, relax your hand, honey. How I give massaging you, hey, your hand stiff. Okay, honey. All right. Pull away. Pull all the bad energy out. I got to pull hard on him because he was hollering at me this morning. No, not this morning. I was hollering at you. Sorry.
Tell Kelly we need something to eat too.
Yeah, Kelly, we hungry too, Kelly. Kelly getting it over there. Kelly getting it over there. All right, so pull all the bad energy out. Supposed to be relaxing, right? Okay, so now he's all massaged up, and you can see that when you do oil and cuticle in the massage. Look at his nails. Now, what happened to all that dry keratinized tissue? I did not cut anything. I haven't cut anything.
It's the accent for me.
I haven't cut anything, y'all. Nothing. No cutting. No cutting. Okay? So if you send your clients home with a regimen of cuticle oil and lotioning their hands every day or 2-3 times a day, look how nice they look. Okay? So it's not necessary to cut the cuticles, okay, or cut the skin around the cuticles. Your nail tech is the problem. Okay? Give me the other hand, honey. Thank you. Look, see? Look, you see? Look at the difference between the two. You see? This one's been massaged and has nice oil and lotion into the skin, okay? And then here we need to do a little bit more work because these haven't been done yet.
School makes such a big difference.
It-
Such a big deal about cutting cuticles.
And again, a lot of times they're teaching you the wrong way if they're not teaching you what the cuticle is versus what it is not. Okay?
Nice.
I need more of your hand. Thank you. Okay? It's not that good. Turkey sticks. I can't shut my video off. Oh, you are like me. I can't figure this Zoom thing out. I'm going to figure it out though. Okay? I'm glad you guys are here with us. I think we've got it down now. We just need to make sure our devices are
Going
good
to the
and charged.
Apple Store.
We're going to the Apple Store after this. We're not buying an iMac. That's for sure.
Oh, y'all send me the cash out.
He said he want an iMac. Y'all send him some cash. He's gonna need a lot of cash out. He's gonna need a lot of cash out money.
We gonna get the iMac.
Why do I need the iMac?
You see this because this
I
one not
see
4K.
that, but that's for
This
you.
It's not 4K though.
That's for you.
This
That's
is
not for me.
2K. I'll put this one right here for you and then I need to talk to them when they on here.
What did you do with the wet towel again? I missed. Oh, it wasn't a wet towel. I just used the towel to remove all of the cuticle oil. That's what I did. I just used it to remove the oil. If anybody has any questions, feel free to raise your hand because, Mr. Goat got, he got the iMac over here where he can, you should put that where it's close to here where you can do it. You can control that. It doesn't have to be in front of the computer, Okay, so we're not done yet. We still have to polish. We still have to put our top coat on. Okay, so give them a good massage. Give them a good massage.
What percent you on?
I am on 9%. You sucking all my juice. That needs to be charged before we can ever go on here so that it don't suck my juice.
I can't watch my gospel in the morning.
Okay, so now the next step is we done oiled up these nail plates. Now we have to get the oil off so that we can apply our top coat. You cannot make top coat stick to oily nail beds, okay? Gel or anything else. Do you know about schools in other states or have recommendations? I'm from Arizona. I really don't, you guys. I don't know much about any other schools outside of some of my friends that own schools. What about calluses on the side of the fingers? Well, you need to start having them get regular manicures, and you can use the, I've seen people actually take the buffer or the file, because there's nothing wrong with taking this file and doing this right here on the skin to bring down the calluses. But the reason they have a lot of those reasons why they have that hard skin is because you're cutting the skin and you're causing it to grow back. So now I'm going to take some alcohol and I'm going to remove the oil off of the nail plate, okay? I'm going to do that just on the nail plate. I don't need to remove oil from the skin or all that I just nicely moisturized, okay? You want it to bring back a little, take all that shine off of there that you just added, all right?
Your other view.
And I'm going to use my fingernail here just to get all that out from around the cuticle area without drying out what I just did. I don't want to dry his cuticles out again, okay? Now this is important. You want to tell your client, don't touch your hands, don't touch your mouth, don't rub your hands together. We just took it all off, okay? You don't want the oil back on there. Honey, are you hungry, honey?
Yeah.
You want to eat, honey? What do
Yeah.
you want to eat today, honey?
Okay.
You know, the festival is over. Maybe we can get to our business downtown, honey.
Maybe.
We couldn't even get to the sweets. You're not paying attention. You're not focusing. Focus where you going, honey. Okay. Now.
I was trying not to touch the mouse.
Now I can barely open this because my hands are greasy. No, your hands are greasy. I got it. So now I've got my base coat here. Okay. And I'm a professional, so I want to hold my base coat while I'm polishing, okay? We don't paint nails, y'all. We polish nails. You paint houses and cars, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going in.
What about the calluses on the side of fingers?
I already answered that one. That's my biggest problem after massage. Read it to me.
After massage, I use alcohol to wipe the nail plate, but sometimes I still see separation.
Well, yes, this is a sticky base. You're going to see some, what do you mean separation? I'm not sure what I mean by that. So I'm going to go in to my bottle, push away from myself. You don't need, if you do like this, now you got polish on top of the brush and you go in and you're going to get a flood the cuticle. Or you're going to try to turn it over and that's an extra step that you don't need, okay? So we're going in, push away from yourself. And we're going to find our cuticle area, brush down, do the side and the side. This is regular polish, you guys. This is not gel. I'm going to zoom in a bit so you guys can see.
I meant the hot towel. Where does it fit in? I haven't seen someone use a hot towel doing a manicure.
The hot towel would be after you do the before you do the lotion and massage. Okay, put the hot towel on so that it can penetrate, or you could do it after. It goes in that section. Whenever you're lotioning and massaging the hands, you can do it before or after, but you don't want to do it after you've polished. Okay?
Hey everyone, so happy so many of us are able to watch. Thank you, Mary.
You're welcome. Thank Mr. Goat. I'm just the talent. He is the one behind it all.
Don't thank me. Let's get an iMac.
Look, he said don't thank him. Send him donations so he can get an iMac. All right. Stroke down the middle, stroke down the side, stroke down the side. Okay. Now you guys, please, please, please get you a cleanup brush or saturate a paper towel, a towel with acetone. And a cleanup brush is it's simple, okay? It's literally something small like this.
They said they need that Apple scholarship.
You know, that's right. And a dampened dish, okay? So that you want to, when you're dealing with regular polish, you want to remove the the regular polish while it is wet. Okay, so I'm going in, if you guys can see this right here. Right? I've got a little dampen dish here. Okay? To remove any wet polish. Do not wait till it's dry. It's hard to get off, okay? So I don't really need it for this clear, but I'm gonna zoom in again.
You can put the color on
I don't need to put color on there. Okay? It's a men's manicure. Woo. Down the middle, down the side, down the side. Okay? This is a 3-stroke method. When you're in school, this is what we teach. When you're using regular lacquer, it dries so much quicker than and it dries by the air. So you don't want to be doing all this striping. Sorry, Miss Mary, I know I'm not helping with him. You're definitely
it.
okay. Talking about buying more devices.
Definitely.
Down the middle, down the side, down the side. Okay, and that hand is got the base coat. Now notice the base coat is not going to dry to a shiny. It kind of looks a little, it's not as super shiny as it should be. Okay, so now I'm going to move to the next one. Base coat is imperative, you guys. Base coat is double-sided sticky tape. If you do not use base coat, your polish is definitely going to peel. Okay, that was Clay. He's probably calling about, I don't know what he's calling about. Okay. Hold on, let me see what he wants. Hold on, y'all.
Tell me live on the
Hey,
video.
Clay, I'm live right now. You got something you need from me?
You got your notary stuff with you?
Yeah, I do. Come on and get it. Or do I'm coming down there. We're coming for lunch.
Yeah, it's cool.
We're going down to the I'll be down there in about 30 minutes.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, bye.
Right.
You just need me to notarize something. That's all. Okay. So sorry y'all for that. You must use base coat. Base coat. If you don't use base coat, your polish is going to peel. If you don't use base coat, you're going to stain the client's nails, especially if they're using red or bright colors, things like that. That's why they turn yellow on you. Okay. It is a barrier between the nail plate and the polished color. Find your cuticle, swipe down, swipe down, swipe down. Okay. Down the middle, side, side. Okay. Down the middle, side, side.
What
Okay.
percent you on?
Mm-hmm.
What percent?
8. Down the middle, side, side, and then the thumb. Relax your finger. Relax your finger. Thank you.
Kelly Kirkin.
Down this middle, side, side. Okay. Ooh, I dropped some on your hand. I dropped some on your hand, honey. Okay. All right. Now, if you were gonna do a polished color,
When you're done, can you review the process? I missed the beginning.
ooh, she want me to review. I will do what I can, honey, because I don't have much juice, honey. Let me show you guys real quick. I'll do one finger with a color, okay? This is white. Give me your other hand, baby. White. You messing up my polish. You got to be careful. See? Don't touch it. What's wrong with you? Mess up my polish. All right. So this is white, all right? Relax, 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 relax. Okay? Down the middle. Side. Side. Okay? You don't want to do too much swiping. All right? That first coat should be thin and streaky. If you get it on the skin, remove it while it's wet. Do not wait until it dries. Okay? I need to shake this bottle a little bit. I'm rolling this bottle between my hands. I'm rolling it like this.
They just need about a mix of it.
But this is, you can use the mixing bit. I'm out of mixing bit, so I ain't about to tell them that because they'll be mad at me. Okay. If you shake it, you get bubbles. Okay. If you shake it, you get bubbles. Okay. So now I'm gonna do this again. The second coat, you want to be more precise. Okay. Get in that cuticle area. This is not gel polish, so you can't just be striping and wiping. Okay. If you do, it'll be streaky. White polish tells on you. It tells on you. It tells you all your mistakes. Okay. But that's how you're gonna, and then if you want to clean up around the cuticle area to make it perfect, you want to do it while it's wet. Do it while it's wet. Do not wait for it to dry. Okay? Y'all see that? All right. See, they say they need mixing bit now.
They ain't mixing it.
All right. So now I'm going to take some top coats. And now you'll notice that see the finish, it's not shiny, shiny, shiny. Okay? Top coat is going to seal in everything.
The white is hard.
White is very hard. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing. Look how shiny now. Now it's shiny. You're not in the picture, honey. Okay, see that's shiny compared to this shiny? Totally different shiny. Very different shiny. Okay. All right. All right, so now going in, down the middle, down the side, down the side. Okay. If you get it on the skin, go ahead and get it off. Okay. Once you have released the cuticle off the nail plate, everything that you've released that may still be there, because I have clients that just want you to come clean up their nail, especially male clients. Trouty, he just wants you to do a pedicure on him. He don't want no clear coat, no nothing. Once you've released it from the nail plate on a men's manicure, it will, whatever does not come off will come off in the shower. Okay? Relax your hands. Now, top coat will cover up a lot of your mistakes.
Question.
Yes.
Hello, hello.
Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm okay. So I was wondering if for regular polish and gel polish, are there two different types of shiny top coat, or is it the same?
So gel polish, there's non-wipe and then there's wipe. And then of course there's matte. So there's like 3 types.
Right.
But the generally there's non-wipe and then wipe top coats. And what that means is you have to wipe down the sticky layer with a white top coat that has to be wiped. Nowadays you rarely find top coats that need to be wiped anymore. But yes, there are 2 different ones. And when we go over the gel chapter, which is coming up, you've got the schedule. Relax your hands, honey. He's got the schedule made out. We'll be doing gel very soon in our classes. So if you're interested in joining those classes, we will have those coming up in the next next 2 weeks.
Perfect. And do you recommend any top coat?
Oh yes, mine. I have a top coat called Ultra Gloss and Seal, and I use that. And if you were in my video when I was doing my nails, I use my Ultra Gloss and Seal I call it that because I also use it to seal in my crystals and my stones.
Okay, perfect. And if I were to order that, how long does that take to get to me?
I try to ship the same day as long as it's in stock. And it will take, I don't know, maybe less than a week usually. Less than a week, yeah.
All right.
Okay, perfect.
Do you have any more questions?
Not as of right now.
Okay, awesome. Thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
Thank you, darling. Okay. Put your hands on it. Okay, so that hand is done. Let me zoom out some so y'all can see. Those hands are done. Look how nice. Do y'all think they look nice? Do they look nice? So the base coat with top isn't good. I never knew it was the difference. Base coat with top. I'm not sure about that. They said Mancy. Oh, it's very Mancy, very male fancy. Yes, let me see this other hand. So y'all saw how his now y'all can get up off my man. Get up off my man. Okay, it looks good. Okay, I almost feel like we should offer a replay of this one. This turned out really nice. For those that missed it, what do y'all think? Maybe we offer a replay for like $1. What do you think? $1 replay? What y'all think? $1? It's worth $1, right? What y'all think? Crusty gone. See, nice and smooth. Yes. Yes, $1, like $1. I think $1 is good.
That is not gonna give me no MacBook.
So what? You think it should be $50 for watching them me decrust your hands? They said iMac money. Yes, I think it's that. You think people want to pay $25 to watch me decrust these fingernails? Let me take off this white polish real quick and answer any questions. She said decrusted. Yes, I did. Y'all should have seen his fingernails before. I definitely decrusted them. Pull this down. So when you remove polish, you guys, there's a way you do it. Okay.
Hold on, your girl got a question.
Yes, dip powder is coming.
Ash,
Put it right here, hold it down, and then twerk it down. I like to say twerk it down. See how I removed it all in one swipe? That's what you want. I'm listening, dear. Hello.
Twerk and work. Hello.
Twerk and work,
Okay,
yes.
I twerk and work. I have one more. So after you lay the top coat, do
Uh-huh.
I have to put that in a UV lamp, or do I have to let him sit there for 20 minutes and wait?
Gel, yes. You need to this is air dry. This is a basic
Okay.
manicure. So this one is not any gel involved. This one is just a
Okay, so
basic
just gotta sit there
manicure.
and wait there for it to dry.
Yes, yes.
And do those spray things that they have at the salons, the spray dryers, do those really work?
No.
What is that
No,
shit?
it is oil. It is a mink oil and air. Okay, so so all my students will tell you when we do the manicure class, they learn that polish takes 24 hours to fully cure.
24 hours?
24, and this is a fact. Okay, so in other words,
Wow.
well, I remember back when I was, back before we had gel polish. I'm an old lady. Before we had gel polish. I remember going to get my nails done, and I remember one time I got my nails done and I just knew they was dry. I got home, went to bed, laid with my hand under my pillow, pressing my hand up against my face under my pillow. Woke up the next day and all the little lines from the linen were pressed into my polish. So it's not that they're what you call touch dry. And there's a difference between touch dry and fully cured, okay? So you want to be careful when, yes, a pillow print. You want to be careful when you're using regular lacquer, which there's a difference between lacquer and gel polish. This is lacquer.
Okay, so that's what it's called.
Right. Whenever you're purchasing like those duos, for instance, the duos, let me show you an example of a duo. This is a duo. And they come like this now, okay? This is a duo.
Oh, yes.
So
Okay.
this is the lacquer and this is the gel. It even says gel lacquer duo. Okay. So the lacquer is for toes or for those that want regular manicures without gel polish. Okay. And then the gel is obviously, for gel manicures. So they sell them like that now because people are now getting more understanding that gel really shouldn't go on the toes. And that's a whole nother class. Okay. It's a whole nother class. But I hope you learned something from this, you guys. Did you have any other question?
Absolutely no. Thank you
Okay,
so much for
and you guys can absolutely email me. Okay, that email that I sent the emails out to and the links to, you guys, that's my actual email address. So email me if you have any questions. I have no problem answering. It might take me a while, but I will get to your question. Okay, and that should be
thank you.
That's it. That looks
Such a great
so
class.
much nicer.